Hello, my name is Barrett Brown. Earlier this morning, some colleagues and I released some information, materials, demonstrating that longtime Department of Justice Prosecutor, USADA Candina Heath, who is perhaps best known for her oversight of my case for linking to stolen information in the course of my journalism and activism work years ago, has been on her off time producing and participating in race-tinged, arguably racist amateur pornography, apparently with some criminal elements, as in actual statute violations involved. We came to become aware of this about 2 weeks ago when someone who an alleged victim of Candina Heath and her husband and a third individual approached my legal defense fund, apparently after having discovered that she is best known, from my case, Heath, and told us, as this person has been on Twitter on this account created for the purpose, apparently back in January, about how Heath and her husband had videotaped this gentleman, black man from Dallas, apparently, videotaped him having sex with USADA Candina Heath without his permission or awareness, made it available as pornography. This individual then directed us to a number of other materials, posts on a message board, a 25-minute video that's available for purchase and download from Amazon, in which this Candina Heath, this DOJ prosecutor, stars, using the name Queen of Spades as a nod to her fetish for black males and for calling them spades, which seems to be part of the fetish. She has a spade tattoo on her back, as can be seen in one of these. The video we have that was purchased from Amazon. She wears earrings depicting spades, the actual spades from Game of Cards, and so forth. We've had this for a couple of weeks. We've had a lot of materials. We just got the video a few days ago, reviewed it with people who have been in the courtroom with her time and time again, showed it around to a number of other individuals, talked to lawyers, sex workers, other journalists, and decided to go ahead and release the video itself, which is has to be purchased from Amazon in order to legally watch it. But still shots, still screenshots showing that it's her, edited still shots. My colleague Christopher Saprun, former electoral college elector for the Dallas region, who's had dealings actually himself with the North District of Texas DOJ and FBI when he was being threatened over his refusal to vote for Trump as an elector years ago. He published a article this morning by one of his writers for his outlet, which is new. Other Side Dallas. That article summarizes some of what I've put forth and what we've come across about Heath and her involvement in these pornographic materials, as well as touching upon the alleged crimes being put forth by a man who says, quite convincingly, we think, that he has been victimized by Heath and her husband and a third individual that he's also identified and posted information about. The information that this person has about Heath and just the fact that her husband, these are things that are not, one could not obtain very easily online at all, perhaps. There are no public pictures of Heath as far as can be discovered. Very hard to know what she looks like unless you have seen her in the courtroom or in this porno video that we have. But it's her. She has not denied it. She was reached out to for comments by this reporter earlier this morning, as was the DOJ. She did call back this outlet called back the reporter this afternoon. I don't know exactly what she said, but it wasn't any denials. It seems to be an attempt to intimidate the outlet. The article in question is not accessible right now due to whatever. It's a WordPress published site. It is returning a message that says too many redirects. My Facebook account was deleted, was shut down altogether for good. Shortly after she began receiving phone calls asking for comment. And so that's where we are. Dallas is a very it's an unfortunate place with an unfortunate lack of leadership, both in the press, governance, ethical, just ethics in general. It is a moral wasteland to an extent that is significant even relative to today in the U.S. in general. There will be no coverage from any other outlets other than this one other side, Dallas, run by Christopher Saproon, simply because we know each other and we know the situation down there. The other publications will not ever touch this, just as they wouldn't report on the bomb threats made to D Magazine over my articles about the police shooting of Botham Jean down there, 2018. So on and so forth. There's a lot of backstory to this, and it has a great deal to do with what happened to me in the last 2 years, and what led me to go to rehab and then move out of the U.S. just a week ago. Making this video just so that there would be for now, to the extent we can keep this up somewhere, an accessible summary of what's actually going on here, because it's very easy for people who perhaps lack caution in interpreting things, or maybe, adverse to reading the entirety of articles, even when they're not being knocked out by DDoS attacks or whatever's going on over there. It's very easy to look at this and say, oh, she was doing porn, well, how dare you expose this, not realize that the porn is actually being sold, and that the point here is not that she is doing porn or doing something in the privacy of her own home. The point is that she works on national security cases and oversees the DOJ's entire Internet Evidence Division, which is a significant division at this point, and is involved in situations that could easily lead to blackmail or some such, and which also seem to indicate her engaging in racist, potentially illegal activities, again, as alleged by someone who says he was their victim. To the extent that it does matter that a DOJ prosecutor may be sexually predating on African American men in Dallas or in Washington, D.C., and wherever other cities she works in these days, besides those two. To the extent that matters, to the extent it matters that she seems to have sought to shut down this story by going to Facebook, having my account and a lot of my reporting and work from the last few years, have it all just erased. To the extent this is important to, if there's anyone left out there in the U.S. media who is not absolutely worthless, feel free to get in touch with me, and I'd be happy to walk you through this story and provide additional elements and direct you to some of the principals involved, the individuals involved in different aspects of this. Just to reiterate, again, potentially criminal federal and state acts may have occurred here. The evidence provided by the alleged victim absolutely shores up that case. It really dispenses with the hard parts for those who find it difficult to envision that a DOJ prosecutor could be involved in very bizarre malfeasance, in addition to the stuff that she's already known to have done in some of these cases. There it is for you. It's all there. Again, to the extent it is still there. Again, because as of 20 minutes ago, it is impossible to access any kind of documentation about this, which I think is telling. I think that's important. And there is a subsection of, I guess, people in Western civilization in general who understand why it's important that government officials not be able to do what's happening right now, and some of the things that have happened in recent years, both to my colleagues, to myself, and to the press in general, in the public eye, in the last few months. So there you have it. My former prosecutor, Candina Heath, is also known as the Queen of Spades. She has a spade tattoo, spade earrings. She is very enthusiastic about her predilection for what she calls spades, which is to say blacks. And she has been prosecuting cases for the federal government, including mine and my mother's, for at least 18 years. And is currently involved in cases hinging on national security and much else. And yeah, so that is as simple as I can make it for now. If you're an American, may God have mercy on your soul. Adios.